Welcome back to the channel. I'll keep this intro short and sweet. Me and my wife Savannah had the day off together, and so we wanted to go put our butts in some water, as you do in Florida when it's 100 degrees out, which is basically all the time. So I grabbed my trusty Canon Rebel 2000 with that 1.8 50mm, loaded up some Cinestill 400D, and we hit the road.
So we're heading to Silver Springs down in Ocala. We're just out for the day. We're gonna do some, hopefully, maybe they'll be closed, who knows, you know. We're hopefully gonna do some kayaking, and in these, like, they have these glass bottom kayaks and stuff, and so we've never been kayaking. So this is gonna be good. I'm gonna try and get some. We are tandem kayaking. I'm gonna try and get some photos along the way / other parts of the trip. Probably not gonna get any on the actual kayaks. Don't want to bring my camera in the water.
That's fair.
So
more than fair.
And I'm the passenger on this trip because
my passenger princess.
Silver Springs State Park is actually in Silver Springs, Florida, basically just outside of Ocala, which is only about 45 minutes south of me here in Gainesville. This would be our second time at the park, and we both really enjoyed it last year when we went. We really couldn't wait to go back. If you're from Florida, you probably know about the park, but if you're not, or if you're a transplant like me, let me tell you a little bit about it. Starting around the 1820s or so, the springs in that area became sort of a tourist destination for really adventurous types. And then it all changed in the 1870s when Philip Morrill, I don't know where he came up with the idea, attached a piece of glass to the bottom of one of his boats, and the famous Silver River glass bottom boat tour started. This is when the area really began to get a lot of national attention. This was something very unique. The whole area was sort of its own thing for a long time, but then the Silver River State Park and Museum opened to the public in the 1980s. For several years, however, this basically was the only really developed part of the whole park. In the early 2010s, the Florida Park Service acquired management of the entire head springs, and at that time, the entire park, including the new acquisitions, was renamed to Silver Springs State Park.
we're here at Silver Springs. We're gonna go kayaking. I'm gonna take a couple photos, and it's weird because I'm not the one usually being filmed.
I think this photo is okay. I tried to frame the people in the back with this signage, but it didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped.
And we're here today to study the native plants and animals of the Silver Spring.
I hope you're recording.
I am recording. I'm just getting B-roll, Jeremy.
Where the
B-roll. Where the bees go.
Where the bees go. B-roll of the B-roll.
I like this photo. I'm a big nerd for architectural details like this tower at the top of the Welcome Pavilion. I like the fact that this photo is basically symmetrical, but has the shadows weighing on one side of the tower pretty strongly. Keeps it feeling a lot more dynamic. Photo could have looked better in black and white, but, you know, I had what I had. This is the main landing area of the park. It is super beautiful and only steps away from that main pavilion. backside of the main landing area is this really unique building that has like some shops and some restaurants and like offices and stuff. The whole thing was closed for renovation, I think, the last time we were here. So we definitely had to check all this stuff out. Again, I'm a huge nerd for architectural details. I really like the way the roof overhang looks here. There was actually a really cool exhibition set up here of a bunch of photos that people have actually taken here at the Springs. I really liked this manatee one. This photo I really like, even though I shot it through glass, which is annoying for its own reasons. But the reflections of the floor make the whole thing way more dreamlike. Almost, it's very, I don't know, I just really like it. Used in the 50s to promote the park and tourism in Florida. Like they traveled with this so people would be able to see what they were doing. This room had a whole history of the park that included a history of a neighboring park called Paradise Park, which existed up to the segregation area because Silver Springs was whites only until like 1967. The water tower here was so well framed by the trees, I just had to capture it. I also just really like water towers.
Beep beep.
Got that one.
So after walking around the park a bit, me and Savannah got into a kayak and hit the water.
I love you.
From this point on in the video, the photos will be ones taken on my phone, as I didn't want to bring my camera and risk it falling into the river, as I undoubtedly would have tried to hug any manatee I saw. Maybe I should get one of those Canon waterproof cameras. Huh. Next time.
Turtle on a lawn, he's a turtle in, turtle in. Wow. This is very good. Looks like a wrecked boat over there. Big man.
This wrecked boat they were chilling on was especially cool to see. There are actually a lot of remnants of old attractions here, including a little landing pavilion that you can't get on. But the only wildlife we really saw was the turtles, well, some birds as well. But you can regularly see manatees and monkeys here too. And I mean that. According to the story I heard, a guy had a bunch of monkeys and brought them to the area and essentially let them loose on an island in order to simulate a habitat for them. And he ended up leaving them there thinking that they wouldn't escape because it was surrounded by water, not realizing that monkeys can swim. There's just like a fuck ton of monkeys all through the woods here. Hollywood used to film a lot of movies here back in the day, and you can really tell why. It's just so beautiful here. There were movies like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Rebel Without a Cause, a bunch of Tarzan movies, even a few James Bond movies were all filmed here.
All right, so wow, that was a great trip.
That was a great trip.
We kayaked probably like, I don't know, 2 miles. First time kayaking for the both of us. It was beautiful. It was worth it. Want to go back. We're kayak people now.
We're kayaking.
We're kayaking people now.
Kayak.
We're people that kayak, honestly.
I
Like,
don't know if you can tell us by looking at us, but we look like people who might go kayak.
so we are currently on our way back home
From kayaking.
from kayaking. From where?
Kayaking.
Oh, kayaking. Yeah, that's right.
The more we say it, the less of a word it is.
and so I'm hoping that the pictures come out. I always say that. I wouldn't show you the video if the pictures didn't come out, if I'm honest.
So if you're seeing this video, the pictures came out.
Exactly. Maybe I'll pepper in some pictures from my phone and stuff to show you all the kayaking that we did.
Kayaking.
Kayaking.